Hey, Billy Big Screen, I'm reaching out to you as someone who has a bit of a neighbor problem and have a landlord problem. So a young couple moved into the apartment complex. Let me read that again. I'm reaching out to you as someone who's had a bit of a neighbor problem and a landlord problem. Oh, brother. Oh, boy. Here we go. So a young couple moved into the apartment complex that my wife and I have lived at for 6 years, and they have a bit of box car collecting problem. Our lot has enough spots for 2 cars per room, 8 rooms in the complex, so that means there's 16 spots. Don't worry, Bill. I'm coming to you for advice. The least I can do is not make you do math. It's kind of scary how well you guys know me at this point. Anyways, it even says in the lease that you can only have 2, but the property has undergone new management, and the newbies aren't nearly as hands-on with the towing cars for being run-down pieces of shit. They had 3, and one of them was broken down for 3 months before I put a note on there asking if they can move it or fix it, to which they replied by putting 3 sheets of paper with red writing on them on the inside of their windshield. They read, "We live here, the car runs, mind your own business." Yes. The ignorant. Part of being ignorant is you have no empathy, which leads to anywhere from being an asshole to joining a hate group. Now I have walked past this car with these sheets of paper on the windshield for over 2 months and even asked the maintenance guy to help me out citing the lease. He basically told me that because of the toothless nature of the owners, his hands are tied. Now, as I'm writing to you, I found out this evening that these people went out and got a nice car and parked it in the lot also. I thought of a lot of things, including putting painter's tape on the hood in the shape of a dick with a note on it that says, "Next time it'll be spray paint. Move the fucking car." Oh, God. Oh, God. Now you live in that world? But I just can't do it. Yeah, don't do it. Do I find my zen and just deal with walking past all these fucking cars every morning with my tail between my legs? Or do I confront these people and hope for results? I'm not a confrontational person. Yeah, that's why you were going to, fuck with their car. That's what a non-confrontational person does. Dude, if you're not going to go over there and just beat the shit out of it, which you shouldn't do because you're either going to lose or you're going to get sued. Or you could lose and get sued. There's no winning. If you're a fully functioning adult, and you actually have done something with your life, you fighting is not an option past high school. I'm not a confrontational person unless you have to, okay? But due to some events that have happened in my life over the past year, I'm worried that I'll start to see red if they don't agree with my request and say some stuff that I can't take back and will make seeing them in the future a bit awkward. Thanks for the help, Bill, and good job on the movie. I can't wait to see it. The way I see it, you got 3 options here. You just deal with it, you move, or save up money and buy a house. Those are your options. But if the landlord isn't going to do anything, I can tell you this. When you move out and the next people look at your place and they see 20 junkers or whatever sitting out there, that's going to fuck with their world. I guess you could also lawyer up and deal with that and just say it says here in the lease I have to deal with this. As long as the cars aren't in your way, there's another thing. You could actually talk to him and just say, "Listen, I'm sorry. I was in a bad mood. I actually like the car," and just talk to him about cars and shit like that. And maybe you can just make friends with the person. But, or you can use it as motivation to get the fuck out of there and get something else going where people like that aren't in your life. But then what happens is you end up buying a house. If you buy a house, what I would suggest is do a number of drive-bys. If you look at it during the week or on a weekend, sometimes they strategically show the house when whatever loud, annoying thing that might be happening isn't happening in the neighborhood or whatever. And, I mean, I would be as bold. I mean, I wouldn't be as bold. I wish I was, to knock on the door of a neighbor and just be like, hey, how do you like the neighborhood? Is there anybody here that's just is the person on the other side a major pain in the ass? Blah, 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 blah. No. For all you know, you knock on the door, the pain in the ass. Yeah, I'm sorry you're going through that, dude. That's the fucking worst. But I guess there's another thing. If the car runs, you could steal it. But everybody has cameras now. That's another reason. Yeah, don't get involved. Like, revenge is that's one of the darkest of all human emotions. And that's just not, even when somebody deserves it, I just avoid it. I avoid it. I just like, all right, whatever. I'm just going to keep living my life, keep being successful at what I want to do, whatever the fuck that is. And I'll leave it alone. You know, I looked at those goddamn Vistalite drums, and now Ludwig is always popping up. And they really have beautiful drums. And I wish they would stop it, because I'm going to buy a kit if they don't stop. The exact thing that they want. I mean, look at this one. What the fuck is that? They got a green Vista. You can't buy the amber Vistalite. I don't like how the amber one is the only. Every other one has like a 22. The amber one is 26. Where the fuck are the 24s? All right. Now, where do we go here? I'm talking about the bass drums, if you're wondering. Shitty neighbors. I work at Fenway and need your opinion. All right. I hope you're doing well. I've been listening since 2016, but this is my first time writing in. I was at your show at Fenway and was very happy to be part of the entire experience. I actually worked security at Fenway, but took the night off to see the show, patting myself on the back like a hero here. I've been working on 7 years on the side. I've been working for 7 years on the side. I'm a full-time student, 4-year underground, 1 gap, 2 years law school. Look at you crushing it. And I'm stationed in the area behind home plate when I'm working. Jesus Christ, dude, why don't you just name your name here? Foul balls often end up stuck in the net above the crowd behind home plate and remain there until after the game, when a guy retrieves them with the ladder. After the game ends, fans will often throw objects up at the net to knock them onto the field, and then asking us to hand it to them. We tell them not to do this because it is a safety hazard to those around them, and as a result, we say that even if they are successful in knocking it down, we won't give it to them. Yeah, because you can't encourage that. I also try to warn them of this before knocking anything down, but they don't always hear me. As you may predict, even if they do hear it, people often ignore that message. One night following a game, after telling people not to knock the ball down from the net, a man about 45 years old proceeds to knock a ball and ask me to hand it to him. Given that he blatantly ignored the instructions I gave, I pick it up and walk away, which is something we often have to do. I find a little kid and give the ball, rather than the 45-year-old man. I then move from the spot on the field to walking in the stand, which are mostly empty at this point, and clearing out stragglers. As I'm walking, a lady from behind says, and I quote, "That was a real asshole thing you did, and I'm going to post it on social media." I immediately thought of you and couldn't help but laugh later on. What do you think, Bill? Is this policy ridiculous? No, because what would happen is that 45-year-old guy is going to throw something up there. It's going to come down on somebody's head and either hurt him or hit somebody who's sue happy, and then the Red Sox are going to get sued, not the person that threw it. Anyway, I think you did the right thing. P.S. I heard you talking about pizza places in Massachusetts. I grew up in Walpole, and my friends and I always loved going to the Pleasant Cafe in Roslindale. It's not an individual mini bar pizza. It's regular size, but is absolutely delicious. Another great spot for those mini individual bar pizzas is called Crisp in Walpole, Mass. It's a newer place, but it's ridiculously good. My friends and I have debates about whether it's better than Town Spa. Thanks for all the laughs, and keep up the great work. Sincerely, Larry. Oh, my God. I'm going to put together a coffee table book of these fucking bar pizza places. No, I'm not going to do that, because then that would ruin it. Everybody would go to the same fucking ones. All right, but I'm adding those to my list. Thank you so much for that information. All right, guys, thank you so much for listening. I think that's it. Go fuck yourselves, and I'll check in on you on Thursday, and I'm going to sit in the air conditioning, hoping this global warming thing is just a hoax, and I'm going to watch my Tampa Bay Devil Rays against the Yankees. See what happens. Praying that Aaron Judge hits a home run. Still rooting for that, but as a Red Sox fan, I am, I don't know. I find myself watching a lot of Yankee baseball lately. Sorry. All right, bye.